Hello friends, welcome to the Sign Review Hub channel. Today, following our weekly schedule, we'll take a look at the film news, see what's been happening at the box office, and which new films are set to be released. Let's kick things off with the Cannes Film Festival, which started last week. In a surprise move, Quentin Tarantino opened the festival with his signature high energy, no prior announcement needed. The first award of the event went to Robert De Niro, with Leonardo DiCaprio taking the stage to present him with a Lifetime Achievement Award. At 81, De Niro's been in the game for 60 years, starting with his first role at 21 and starring in over 120 films. Typically, award recipients use their moment to inspire young talent or thank those who supported them. Not De Niro, true to form, he went after Donald Trump in a fiery speech, calling him a global problem, not just an American one. He urged the audience to take action through art and non-violent protest, describing art as the most dangerous weapon against what he called a fascist Trump. The crowd cheered him on multiple times. Afterward, De Niro, Tarantino, and DiCaprio posed for a memorable photo on the Cannes sidelines. On opening day, Mylène Farmer, France's most successful singer, performed a tribute piece in honor of the late director David Lynch, a touching nod to the legendary filmmaker. Another highlight, Tom Cruise being, well, Tom Cruise. The day before the festival, he was in the UK climbing the BFI IMAX building, standing on the roof, soaking in applause, then casually heading down for breakfast before jetting off to France. Why? To walk the red carpet for his latest film, Mission: Impossible. If the Cannes dates align with his movie releases, you know Cruise never misses a promotional opportunity. Remember a few years back when he brought fighter jets to buzz over the Top Gun red carpet? Mission: Impossible had a test screening for critics at Cannes and earned raves, scoring an 88 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 72 on Metacritic. Critics called it insanely thrilling, with jaw-dropping stunts and a surprisingly emotional ending that ties the entire franchise together. The only critique, it drags a bit in the middle. With a $400 million budget, the film hit theaters on May 25th. Another big reveal at Cannes was Alpha, the latest from director Julia Ducournau. The film follows a young girl ostracized by her friends and classmates after rumors spread about her mysterious illness. Then there's the Cannes film market, a crucial part of the festival where independent films or projects in early stages pitch to big studios for distribution deals. Some exciting projects made waves this year. This fantasy flick stars Michael Madsen, who famously turned down a role in Star Wars, alongside Kirsten Dunst. It follows a dentist seduced by a mysterious mermaid played by Madsen into Florida's underground exotic animal trade. Deadline calls it a fantasy, though some tabloids labeled it erotic. Fun fact, the director has never had a hit but has already won 23 film awards, so Madsen might be eyeing another award sweep, maybe even an Oscar nod. Flesh of the Gods, starring Elizabeth Olsen, Oscar Isaac, and Kristen Stewart, this one set in 1980s Los Angeles. It follows a couple, played by Isaac and Stewart, who live it up in the city's party scene until a vampire, played by Olsen, lures them into a dark underworld of hedonistic thrills. The writer, the same person behind Seven. If this film lands a deal at the market, it could be a global hit. Paper Tiger, a star-studded project with Scarlett Johansson, Adam Driver, and Miles Teller, directed by James Gray. The script's done, but filming hasn't started, and they're seeking investors. It's about two brothers who immigrate to America for a better life but get tangled in the Russian mafia. The Plowman, this one sealed a deal with A24 at the market. Written and directed by Dev Patel, who last year wrote and starred in Monkey Man, which he sold to Jordan Peele for a massive profit. Set in the 14th century, it follows a shepherd seeking revenge against mercenary knights who pillaged his village, drawing inspiration from Seven Samurai. Moving on to studio news, Warner Brothers and Disney are locked in their usual rivalry. Last week, Warner Brothers, made headlines when their streaming service, Max, reverted to its old name, HBO Max, just 2 years after dropping HBO to compete with Netflix. Experts warned that ditching the iconic HBO brand would hurt viewership, and it seems they were right. This misstep led Warner Brothers to delay key series, including A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, a Game of Thrones spin-off now pushed from July 2025 to summer 2026. Netflix had its own drama, David Fincher's working on an American version of Squid Game, but production stalled because he wants to change the title. Netflix insists on keeping Squid Game for its brand recognition, and it looks like Fincher might have to budge. Meanwhile, Warner Bros. DC Universe dropped a new trailer for Peacemaker Season 2, set to premiere August 21st. Oddly, the trailer still used the Max logo, not HBO Max, showing some marketing confusion. The season seems to borrow from Marvel, introducing a multiverse storyline with two Peacemakers. On a sadder note, there's an unconfirmed rumor that Matt Reeves has been dropped as director for The Batman Part 2, though he's still writing the script. Reports claim Reeves has struggled with the screenplay for 3 years, possibly due to health issues, with some tabloids speculating he's battling cancer, similar to Chadwick Boseman's final year. If true, another writer or director might take over. Marvel, Warner Bros. Rival, is playing its cards carefully. After Thunderbolt's success, its director was tapped to helm a new X-Men series, with Marvel insisting on bringing back the original cast to recapture old fans. They also released a teaser for Iron Heart, the Iron Man successor, set to stream on Disney Plus starting June 24th. Now, let's talk upcoming films. 3 sequels to major franchises got updates. Final Destination 6, critics loved the test screening, giving it a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, a rare feat for horror. With a $40 million budget, it's shaping up to be a hit. Nobody 2, a new teaser shows the hero facing off against a drug cartel leader. It's set for release on August 15th. The Old Guard 2. Netflix dropped a trailer featuring Charlize Theron returning and Uma Thurman joining the cast. A new immortal with plans to destroy humanity shakes things up. The film hits July 2nd, and Netflix is already working on a 3rd installment. It was a big week for TV, too. Amazon's Fallout is confirmed for 6 seasons, with Season 2 arriving soon. The show's creator, Jonathan Nolan, wrote all 6 seasons up front to avoid the pitfalls of his Westworld experience. Spider-Man Noir, starring Nicolas Cage as a 1930s New York detective turned Spider-Man, released a teaser. Produced by the Into the Spider-Verse team, it'll stream on Amazon next year in both color and black and white versions. Amazon also unveiled Madden, a biographical film about a legendary American football coach, starring Christian Bale and Nicolas Cage under heavy makeup. It'll have a brief theatrical run before streaming. Peacock's planning an animated Ted series with Seth Rogen and Mark Wahlberg voicing characters. A behind-the-scenes teaser dropped with a winter release planned. Now, celebrity news. Tom Hardy opened up about his action career, saying his body's breaking down to knee surgeries, a herniated disc, sciatica, and tendon issues. He's considering retiring from action roles or at least stopping his own stunts. Jackie Chan, on the other hand, vowed to keep doing his own stunts until he retires, criticizing modern films for relying on CGI, which he says makes action feel less real. Amber Heard welcomed twins, Ocean and Agnes, planned to arrive on Mother's Day via donated sperm and a surrogate. She now has 3 kids. Gerard Depardieu's career took a hit after a French court convicted him of sexual assault from a 2021 film set, sentencing him to 18 months of probation and adding him to a sex offender registry. One of his accusers tragically took her own life last year. Robert Downey Jr. shared a photo from the Avengers Doomsday set, reading Jeremy Renner's memoir to promote it. Renner, who hasn't worked since a snowplow accident, revealed Marvel offered him a reduced salary for Hawkeye Season 2, which he declined. Lastly, Maggie Gyllenhaal's daughter, a Columbia University student, was arrested for storming the university library in a pro-Palestine protest. She was detained for a day before being released. Well, friends, this concludes this week's video. I hope it was interesting for you. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and until next week's video, goodbye.